All right. So, um, I'm just gonna get to my posting here. My team had a record week this week so far. We're over 275,000 EP for the week, which is really cool. Um, so I'm going to post my link for people to join up here in all my different chats. So hold on. If anybody has any questions, then by all means, reach out, ask me any questions that you have. Essentially, I'm going to be going over, I'm going to be sharing, I guess, my journey in the industry and how I got to where I am today, which I don't feel is, anything crazy, but can I ask any questions about telesales, lead gen, etc. Okay. Just gonna post here. Okay. And I'll go live on Instagram too, right? I don't know how do you go live on Instagram? Live. Here we go. Okay, if anybody has any questions, just let me know. Cool. I'm going to be going through Instagram and YouTube here. So if you guys have any questions, just put them in the chat. What's up? So I'm live on Instagram and on YouTube. There's going to be a few second lag between Instagram and YouTube. So I'm going to be going over essentially like whatever, anything. If you guys have any questions about final expense telesales, then reach out, let me know. I'm on here, I'm on YouTube. What's up, everybody? Joining up. Cool. If you're on YouTube here, ask me any questions in the chat. Drop them in the chat. Drop any questions in the chat. What's up, Jonathan? Drop any questions in the chat here too. I'm going to be going over kind of how I got to the point where I am now in final expense telesales. And but if you guys can ask me any questions, I literally get on these. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. I have no preparation for these at all. So this is kind of just like random, whatever. And yeah, I show up just to show up. So if you guys have any questions about lead generation, generating leads yourself, like handling objections, anything like that, scaling, reach out. So I'll go over a little bit how I got in the business. Also, if you have any questions about our agency here, Senior Life Services, then just reach out and I'll let you know how our system operates and functions. So pretty much what happened, I sold cars. So I went to rehab and I totally messed my life up on drugs. I didn't mess it up. I thought I did, but I didn't. It's better than now than it ever would be. And I got into selling cars, and then I sold cars to this guy who sold life insurance. And it was funny because now being in the business, everybody's like, "Oh, come join my system," right? So if someone's like tells you like join another system, then I don't know. It's just you don't really hear people do that, and this is what this guy did. So, anyways, I went and I joined New York Life, awesome company, and that didn't work out. I didn't anticipate how much effort it would actually take to be successful doing that, which is why like it didn't work. If you have any questions, guys, drop them here, and I'm going to be answering the questions like in between, kind of sharing my story. So you sell 30 to 45K a month in final expense, awesome. Perfect. So that's what I'm going to go do right here. So I'm going to knock off all the sad sob story about how my first year sucked. And I'm going to get into it here. So first thing I did, you don't have to be a top producer to be a builder, to build a team. You don't have to be, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think top producers are hard to make into leaders and builders sometimes if you're the top producer, because it can be a big step back. A lot of times top producers don't have like the patience sometimes that's needed to build and grow. But anyways, but that's awesome, dude. 30, 45K a month. That's impressive. That's awesome. So what I did is I learned just enough to teach someone else what to do. So I learned just enough about this system to teach someone else like, hey, this is how you can grow. This is how you can scale. I started recruiting people. I recruited two people, my brother and then a really good friend of ours. And we were in the second bedroom of my apartment at the time. And the woman I was with at the time, she started selling afterwards with me. But really got lead gen down because like you can recruit people, but if you don't give them a viable lead source, it's going to be a lot harder for them to make money. So I really mastered lead generation on Facebook, and then YouTube is like the new thing now. If anybody has questions about how to generate their own leads, just email me here at the email I'm putting in the chat, because this is like imperative to grow and scale. If you can't control your leads, then you are forever a you know, hold on. Why isn't my live chat automatically? Wow, people have been asking questions. YouTube, you gotta start defaulting to the live chat, bro. What the heck's going on? Sorry I missed these questions. Okay, so you gotta get control of your leads. And then I got a lead flow down. I taught other people how to do, yeah, self-generation, 100% you have to generate your own leads. If you're gonna try to do independent, right? So this is the thing. I'm in a system now where all the leads are provided. They generate all that stuff. They handle everything. Literally, all I do, I just spend all my money on recruiting. That's it. I don't spend money on anything else. Like I'm not real estate, crypto, none of that stuff. It's like there's no way I can get an ROI the same as investing in recruiting for insurance. So I just essentially learned how to how to generate leads, and then I brought people in as LOA. Hold on. I brought people in, like my throat always gets clogged up when I go to talk. I don't know why. But I brought people in as LOA, which means they're direct, or like I paid them the commissions out of that. And you don't have to do that though. Like I just brought in a few people and got them going like in telesales by providing the leads, and then we scaled up. I kept adding people. I got an office, and then I joined up with SLS, who I'm with now, because I was just kept spinning my wheels. It was tough. I would be ahead one month and then super behind another month, and then ahead one month and then super behind another month. Almost completely went under. Joined SLS with my team, and I've just been recruiting. I don't believe my best agent is the agent I have now. I believe my best agent is out there. So it's cool because like you want to find people that have like, you also want to find leaders that you can work with that may have slightly different viewpoints than you two. So like viewpoints to some people I work with is the best agent's the one you have. My viewpoint is my best agent I don't know yet. So I'm always trying to get that next person because I don't know when that next leader, that next big hitter is going to come into my team. And but then we have the people who nurture the people that are here. So you want to find salespeople because salespeople will add to your organization, but leaders will multiply it. So as you are growing your team, Jonathan, and you're building your foundation of your business, you want to be on the lookout for leaders. Now, leaders, what I've learned, a leader is someone who just does what they say they're going to do without anybody having to follow up with them. Number one, they're pretty emotionally stable. It's hard to be emotional. It's hard to be emotional and lead other people, right? Because when you're a leader, you are handling everybody else's problems too. So if you can't take control of your environment, then you're going to have trouble helping people control theirs, okay? So you have to, so the leaders in your organization, and if you're not emotionally stable, then go see a therapist or something, guys, if you're trying to like grow a business and grow a team out there with whatever you're doing, because like seriously, you got to get your mental in check before you can actually legitimately grow your business. Sorry, YouTube people, I look way better on the Instagram live feed than I do on my YouTube one for some reason, so that's why I'm kind of giving them all the attention. But keep these questions coming, guys. Any questions? So yeah, when you grow any business, I mean, it's just you at first, okay, and then you grow and you add people, salespeople, and then you build leaders and you scale that way, and you find who can handle salespeople. So I'm at a weird position right now because I'm in a position where I've rationed out like everything that I have to do for the day. So yeah, I mean that's how you scale, but you just have to keep getting more people. It's the only way any organization ever gets big is just by adding more people. So that's that. I don't know if I answered that question for you, Jonathan, but if I did, then cool. If you have any other questions, just let me know. Drop them in the chat there because that's huge. Like the thing is, it's crazy because like a lot of people come and ask me how do I sell insurance. No one comes and asks me what do I do, like how to do what I do. And there's nothing that separates me from anybody else who goes do it. I just sacrifice. I mean, I just reinvested everything I made for years. That's all it was. To just put all the money back in, and yeah. Thanks for going live. Need to learn where to start getting in the life insurance industry. Okay. Just email me if you want to know where to start. Just email me. We have a pretty solid recruiting setup. My team here. So email me jve@thejve.com. I'll get you connected with a license course. I have a whole YouTube channel that can help you learn how to study for your license course as well. And then I have a whole YouTube channel that can help you learn how to sell insurance once you get licensed. So, cool. And good stuff. How much can a producer make in a year without recruiting? I mean, I don't know. Depends. You know, some producers like do really well, some don't. I mean, obviously, you can get into recruiting, like, without recruiting. How much can you make without recruiting? I don't know. You can make a lot. I mean, top producers will make $250,000 if they're really, really crushing it, pushing it. It depends, like, it depends kind of what setup you're in. That's net. So I know some of you independent guys may be like, well, my deposits, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, sure. I mean, whatever, but whatever leads come to and chargebacks and stuff like that, we know the deal. So, yeah, like you can do well. Any other questions? Any resources that could help out? Yeah, dude, my YouTube channel. Any resources? And our team, like we have so much training that we offer. It's wild. So, but essentially, what we do, we have a ton of postings on different job boards, and we just a bunch of people apply, and then we bring them into little meetings, and we sign them up for the license course, and we go over the position. We go over the details of the position, the expectations that we're looking for, and then we help them get through their license course. We help them pass their exams. We help them get licensed, and we just kind of go from there. Like that's it. That's the scaling of the whole thing. Let me put this in my team's chat. If anybody has any other questions, please reach out. If anybody has questions about final expense telesales or lead generation or anything like that, objections that you need help handling. I'm sure someone on here has got some questions about their business. Let me put this in here. Only got a few viewers on here today. I don't know why. No one wants to come see me today. If anybody uses GroupMe, can someone please reach out to them and tell them that their platform is absolutely atrocious for a messenger? Because it should not take this long for this program to load. It's like every time. Okay. Okay. You ever think the market will get saturated? No. No, I don't. Someone said, do I think the market will get saturated? No, I don't. I think that it's just going to keep growing. I mean, there's no, it's not going to get saturated. There's too many seniors. There's too many people there's too many people who retire without any money, essentially, for this market to get saturated. Do you use personal CRM or Ring? We use VanillaSoft. So VanillaSoft is a CRM. This is what we happen to use. There are plenty of other CRMs out there. This is just the one that we happen to land on. VanillaSoft. Now, CRM is only as good as the person using it, obviously. So, yeah. If you're like an elite rock star closer, you can use any CRM and do well. But you want to get used to your CRM and work it. Get used to it. It was cool. We had a boot camp this weekend. If anybody wants to talk about some tough situations they ran into on sales this week, drop it in the chat, please. Yeah, we had a cool boot camp this weekend for our agents. So once every 3 months, we bring our agents in Florida to our home office in Vero Beach. We have a big sales day on Friday. Typically, good push. It's cool because everybody's working on Zoom for the most part. So then when we go to the home office, we all get to see each other, hang out, meet each other, talk face to face, stuff like that. So it was cool. We all hung out. And then Saturday, actually, I wasn't feeling good, so I left. But unfortunately, but they went bowling, and then some of the leaders went out to dinner. Team did over 275,000 AP this week, which is really cool. It's a record, super pumped. I have a bittersweet relationship with records. I like it because I'm gonna end this Instagram live. There's nothing going on here. Once you hit a record, you know that's it. Like once you hit a record, like you just got to keep growing. So I think it's limiting. I like hate hitting records because I'm like, dude, ugh. Like, I can do so much better than that. And keep in mind, I'm only recruiting in Florida. So like if I had bandwidth to do the whole country, I'd be over 500,000 AP a week probably, or 400,000. Anybody on here have any questions about objections they run into? Any tough circumstances with clients? Maybe where to get leads? Anybody at all? Open it up. That's why I'm here. I don't really know what to talk about, so I'm just gonna open it up to you guys. And some time goes by with no responses, then no questions, then I'm just gonna sign up. Why does Senior Life require selling funeral merchandise plan? I don't know. I don't work for Senior Life. I don't work for Senior Life. I don't know. I'm with Senior Life Services. It's different than Senior Life Insurance Company. I have no idea why they do that. Probably because it's free money. I don't know. There's got to be a reason. What's up? How you been? Good. What's up, Social Hub? How you doing? How do I create urgency in the beginning of the call? Well, to create urgency in the beginning of the call, here, let me see if I can go. I don't know how to do this. I was talking about going live on TikTok, but I don't know. I don't even think it's like possible. This is wild. Okay. How do you build urgency in the beginning of the call? So, you can't, you don't really build urgency in the beginning of the call. I don't think that's the time to build urgency. I use the beginning of the call to just get someone either wanting to talk to me or pushing through their resistance and handling any of the fears that are going to come up when you call someone who doesn't know that you're just a stranger to, that isn't comfortable with you yet. They don't feel safe around you. So you call someone and they're automatically on edge, right? So it's like, they're like, oh, no, I already took care of it. I have insurance, da-da-da-da. You just got to handle that stuff. So it's like, they say they have insurance. You say, hey, awesome. Most people I speak with already have insurance, but they find this information pretty valuable. Yeah, and keep coughing stuff up. So, and then you just keep moving in your script. The trick is, in the beginning, you have to push through resistance and get on common ground with the customer. I found tonality really, really helps me. Energy, enthusiasm, excitement. You have to be quick on your feet. You have to say the same thing every single time you call a client with no variation at all in your greeting. If you're changing up a word or two here or there in your greeting, or how you handle objections in the greeting, you're gonna flub it. You're gonna mess it up, because you have to nail that greeting and overcome any objections they give you, and literally just steam. This is how I do it. Someone may have a different method, but this works for us. We do pretty well. I literally just steamroll through everything they say in the beginning, and I don't even care what they say. I don't care at all. They say anything. Hey, no worries. My job is just to get you this information in the shortest amount of time possible, and you can make a decision whenever you're ready. You can do whatever you want with the information. I'll take you off the list at the end of the call. And then you keep going. You act like whatever they told you is no big deal. I have insurance. They're expecting that to be like a dagger to your soul. Like, no. Who cares? They have a policy. Whatever. Buy another one. Half of them lie anyway. They don't have it, or they don't even know what they have. So you have to use that beginning of the call to just push through. Now, once you're past that, then you can start asking them some questions about what they need it for, who it's going to be for. Ask questions like, as I'm going through those need-based questions, I'm filling in other questions, talking to them about maybe like where they live, their grandkids, what they do for fun. I don't know. A lot of our clients, my clients like to talk to me about that stuff. There are sales guys out there and gurus and teachers and stuff who say don't talk to people about that stuff. Our clients love that. I found that if we don't have small talk in the conversation, talking about like random stuff that the client likes, we get so many more objections at the end that are like, I got to think about it. So take that time, build that need. Build a relationship, and then what you do to build urgency. Building urgency is just getting someone to understand that they should have done this a long time ago. Getting them to tell you that they should have done it a long time ago. So you just ask, hey, what's this going to be for? A funeral, cremation, something else. If they have insurance, you have to find the reason you have to find what it's going to be for, right? So you got to like maybe you are a salesperson. So I hate when salespeople are like, oh, they didn't tell me that, I don't think they want it because they didn't tell me what they needed it for. It's like, dude, you're a salesperson. That's your job, to help them find a reason to buy it. So, like, just go for it. Like, it's hard, too. That's a hard skill to develop. So, you got to, ask and ask and ask. And sometimes, there's people that are just, they want nothing to do with you. They're not going to be on the phone. But you have to find the pain point. Like, they did request this information, right? They did become a lead. So, it's like, at that point in time, either they were really confused about what was in the marketing, or they just no longer have that emotion at the top of their mind. So you have to ask them, hey, what's this going to be? What's this for? What would happen if you don't get this? What's it going to be like to feel to when you take care of this? Like, what type of situation is your family going to be in financially when you die? What's that going to look like for them? What's it going to look like the day you do die? Walk me through your son's day, the day you die. What's he going to say to the funeral director when he asks him for money? Where's he going to get the money to pay for this? Right? So there's all types of questions you can ask, but I wouldn't do that right in the beginning of the call. That's you want to be like 5 to 10 minutes in, man, because or women, Del Sacramento, I'm not sure if you're a guy or a girl, but like, you don't really have permission for that yet. So if you just come out swinging right in the beginning of the call, asking them those really tough questions, they can usually be offended by that. You got to build a little relationship and get them comfortable with you. How long does it take your new agents to make their first sale? Some people make their first sale their first day. A lot of agents make their first sales the first day. If people apply what's in training and come prepared, there's a very good chance they can make a sale their first day. Usually what happens, people come into training, they treat it like training for any other job. They think this is just going to be like a robotic task thing where it's like, take nuts, put them in bag, seal bag. Take nuts, put them in bag, seal bag. It's not like that. You guys know that it's not like that. So, and it's nothing against them, right? Just a lot of people who start this business were never exposed to this type of business before. So it's like they get in, and then so what happens is they'll come unprepared to training. So I'll be like, hey, master your objections, master the rebuttals, memorize those things, practice saying the responses to, I have insurance, I'm not interested, I'm busy, I already took care of it, or not interested, and how to overcome those, and then keep going through the presentation with the right tonality. So if people really, really practice and nail down the script and get their tonality down, then they're going to do good. The biggest indicator of if a new agent is going to do well or struggle is their tonality. Like, if someone has a good, friendly, enthusiastic tonality, I can tell almost right away that they're going to do well, and they usually make a sale within their first day or two. Some people take a week or so to make a sale, and that's okay. Like, I have top producers who took 2 weeks to make sales when they started. The trick, the key isn't who makes the first sale. The key is who can get through that tough time, because no one in this business has it easy. I don't care who you are, what system you're in. No one has it easy. And it's not about, especially full commission, right? It's not about, hey, who can make the fastest sale or the most sales. It's, hey, who can push through those tough times. But for our agents, everyone who follows the system and follows the training and applies it typically makes a sale in their first couple of days. And I highly recommend people get non-resident licenses too, outside of Florida, because just you have the versatility and availability. Any live transfers? Yeah. No. So it's forms and live transfers and inbound calls. So we have inbound calls, live transfers, and outbound calls to new leads and aged leads. We had a girl write $500,000 AP with our aged leads though. So there's money in there. In a year, she wrote $500,000 AP only on aged leads. She didn't take a single inbound call or make a single sale on outbound to new leads. So yeah, that's the setup. Everyone starts in old leads, aged leads. Okay. We get a ton of sales in those, It's not bad. It's not hard. And then you call, and then you get introduced into new leads, and then live transfers from there. Showing a client a little bit of love helps them stay on the books. Yeah, what do you mean by that? What do you mean showing them a little love? Of course. I mean, I love my clients. I want to take care of them. What training course would you suggest to study from? Danielle, you can email me, and I will send you some training stuff over. You can look at my channel, and if you'd like something more formal and structured, just email me. I can hook you up with some stuff. Do you think it's important to make calls from a local area code? Yes, 100%. Yep. Yep. All right. Coolest comment right now is going to get, whoever puts the coolest comment up by the end of this YouTube channel, or whoever has the best question, that's what we're going to do. The best question, and no, let's do this, not the best question, the best compliment for me. Whoever can give me the best compliment, my ego is feeling like it needs a little push up today. Whoever can give me the best compliment is going to get Venmo'd or Zelled $50 at the end of this live here. So $50 to whoever puts the best compliment for me gets $50 at the end of the live. Go Seahawks, man, kicking you out. I'm kidding. I don't watch football. I used to, and then I don't. Excel Solutions. Danielle, I don't know if you're licensed or not. Do you think it's important to make calls from a local area code? 100%. For someone new, what's the schedule in hours per week you recommend? Dude, like 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. I mean, that's what I recommend. 8 to 6 to 8 to 8. If you can do 12 hours a day, Monday through Friday, put some work in on Saturdays. I would put 70 hours a week in, 60 to 70 hours a week starting out for your first few months. That's what I did. You know, it's like, is it worth it now? Yeah. I'm only 4 years in, and you know, I have a lot of freedom now that I kind of feel like I've earned. So it's like, if you put that extra time in the beginning, you're gonna excel so fast. You got the best Dutch last name I've ever heard. Well, thank you. It's Prussian. Close though. I think Dutch is like Van or Vam or something like that. I don't know. But yeah. I was wanting to do it 6 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day. Yeah. That's good. Yeah. 10 hours a day, 6 to 12, 6 days a week. 10. So yeah, that's good. So so far, best looking, Del Sacramento's got the best comment. Best comment, guys, at the end of the live gets $50 from me. I'm gonna Venmo, Cash App, or Zelle you the money at the end of the live. As long as you share somewhere that I've paid you. What's the pros and cons of growing an agency like you with LOA versus taking an override? I mean, I do have an override. I don't really know what you mean, Connor. I don't think there's a better way to do it. I mean, the people who have, there are very select few people who have a system outside. Like anybody you see independent who makes a ton of money, it's because they're at the top of the hierarchy and they have people under them that shield them against chargebacks. So like, what happens is when you grow and scale a team independent or with a single carrier, you have you at the top. And if everybody's direct to you and their policies cancel, you get hit with chargebacks. But if you have a layer under you of leaders that get shielded, it's a roll-up shield. It's a chargeback shield. So those people get slammed with it and you don't get hit with it. So you can be successful independent doing that, but you got to get lucky, like not lucky, but you just got to find the right people right away that you can put in place in the system to do that as leaders that are willing to do that and take that. I think LOA is better. I mean, like I don't have to worry about anything except recruiting. I don't pay roll-up debt. I don't have roll-up debt. Like we're gonna start an insurance carrier. We're a closer knit group, I think, than typically independent groups are. So yeah, I mean, I like it. The sweat equity. Do you speak Spanish? Sí, hablo español. Él no habla español. Sí, yo hablo español. Justin, your YouTube mentorship program is straight fire. You're out here dropping knowledge bombs that are fire for all the new agents hustling in the insurance game. Thank you, Renee. The videos don't just teach the ropes, they inspire us to level up and secure that bag. Your vibe's 100% relatable and your commitment to helping us newbies is next level. You're like the GOAT of insurance mentorship. We're here for it. Wow. Dude, I can't, Renee, Del Sacramento, I don't know about that. Renee Mendoza just beat you on the compliments there. That was a compliment stream. So at the end of this call, you guys got to keep the compliments coming. I mean, best compliment wins $50 at the end of the line. I'm just going to give away money on all my lives. Whatever. Who cares? It's fun. Next week, I don't know what I'll do, but something. Can you talk about residuals from sales you make? How does it work? Yeah. So our agents get paid in residuals years 2 through 10. So they get renewals. It's a smaller percentage than if someone was independent. It's like half, I think, or a third of it. But like the thing is, if you're independent and you have a ton of policies on the books, you have to constantly be on top of that book to make sure that it's in business. So yes, you can make more money, but at the same time, you probably have to pay someone to look after the renewals at that point, or else like they drop off a lot more. So it's like it's hard because someone in their situation where they're doing everything by themselves, they'd be like, oh no, my renewals are pretty good, and they probably are. But if there was someone there to like constantly monitor the policies and keep everything on the books, that would and like really maximize the income, then that would cost money too. So yeah, I mean it's a pretty sweet setup. Our agents get renewals years 2 through 10. The percentage depends on what commission level you're at. Any other questions? Yeah, I think, hey, I'm busy. We say, hey, no worries. What do I say? I think it's, I forget exactly. Oh, hey, I'm pretty busy too. Oh yeah, no worries. My job's just to get you all this information in the shortest amount of time possible, so you can make a decision whenever you're ready. Yeah, we're calling from left field most of the time. Yeah, we sell life only, Daniel. We sell final expense life insurance only. So we are like we try to be specialists. Really, really good at one thing. Will leads decrease with Medicare, AEP? I don't know. I have no idea. Probably not. Probably not. Because everything we do is like pretty exclusive to final expense, so like I don't think they'll really decrease that much. And if they do, then we'll open up our existing lead projects, and agents have, I mean, tens of thousands of existing clients of the agency to call and upsell policies for. So it's like, even if we do have like slower lead flow for that month, which the IMO is not worried about spending money on the leads. So, I mean, we have an insane lead budget. So, I've never really seen it slow down from Medicare or AEP. It's only slowed down when we worked with call centers that, like, we're contracted with other people, but we're pretty much contracted with us directly only. What's the atmosphere like in the home office call center? Oh, it's awesome. I mean, it's great. When we're up there, it's got like a low roar going. People go in, they're about their business. A lot of really successful agents there. People know what they're doing. They're good at their job. So it's a cool environment. It's fun. It's a good time. Cool. Any other questions here? Anybody else want to give a compliment? For someone that leaves the industry that wants to come back, what would you suggest? Just jump back in, So you don't fail again. You got to get in the right system. Number one, Jose. Number two, you know the level of effort that you need to apply. So there's two things you can do. These are like the only two ways that I think to succeed. And there are you can succeed doing other things, but this is what I would do. Nothing else. Learn how to generate leads on my own on Facebook or YouTube. I would pay someone to teach me. If you want to pay me to teach you, by all means, just email me, jve@thejve.com. Give you a super good deal. I'll set up all the ad campaigns for you, and you can get rocking. So generate your own leads, because you're going to get taxed by the lead vendors forever. And they're in control of your stuff. Like, you want to be able to control your business. You have to control your pipeline, and then just get good at sales. And the more leads you have, the better you're going to get at sales, because you're going to have more practice. So, and get some age leads too to fill the gaps. You can get leads self-gen down to like $4 to $5 a piece. So decent intent leads. Or join a system where all the leads are provided to you. Either way, you have to put in a ton of effort. So like, you have to put in that max level effort where you're working 8 to 10 hours, when you're 10 to 12, not 8 to 10, 10 to 12 hours a day, calling people the whole time, working deals that whole time. If you do that, if you have the leads and you can put in the time, then you're going to be successful. If you aren't that good at sales, you're going to want to buy a sales course too. Buying courses and paying other people for knowledge who are already successful is like, I'm not selling anybody a sales course here, but I'm saying, like, I bought one when I started. I bought Cardone University. It was insurance for my sales career. Like, buying a sales course is insurance for your sales career. So if you don't want to fail again, you got to get insurance on your sales career and buy a course. If you, hey, I didn't have any leads, so I ran out of clients, so I failed. My business failed. Cool. Well, you want to buy insurance on prospects, so you never run out again. Learn how to generate leads on your own, right? And if you got to pay someone to show you that, then do that. And then, so either generate them on your own, or join a system where they're provided to you. And hey, you can even join our system, get really good at sales. We have unlimited leads. You can really, you don't have to take any risk financially. And then if you feel you're at the point at some point where you're like, hey, I want to go out and do this on my own and generate leads and sell them on my own independently, whatever, go do your thing. That's cool. But that's what I would recommend. You can apply for me, with me. Just, you can email me here, jv@thejve.com, or text me here. You can just email me or text me there. That's what I would do. Your agents pick their times they work. I would say 8 to 6 is what I encourage all our agents. I ask for that usually, typically from agents up front. Hey, can you work from 8 to at least 6 at night for your first 90 days? Not forever, for the first 90 days. I get it. Some people have kids. They got to pick them up from school, bring them to school, stuff like that. That's fine. But as long as they, hop on. And other than that, they're really pretty focused in that time. So you can send me a message there, Social Hub, and I'll send you some stuff over about our system. I can set you up with an appointment too. Best sales trainers or specific content you suggest to get good at final expense sales. I would buy Cardone University. There are other people out there. Jeremy Miner has a pretty good course, I guess. Jordan Belfort's course is pretty good, I guess. Cardone's is like Jeremy Miner and Jordan Belfort's course is like just sales, right? Cardone, like, you can be a good salesperson. You can get a good, using Jeremy or Jordan's courses. You can be a good businessman using Cardone's courses, because you're going to learn, it's everything. It's like how to be a boss at life, and be good at selling, and run a business, and be a good, partner to your significant other, and, invest in real estate, and, take massive action in every area of your life. So Cardone U is, how do you supercharge your life? It's not just get good at sales, because you don't want to be good at sales and then a D-bag at everything else, So I'm not saying anybody here is, but I would say Cardone U. I wouldn't recommend any other course except Cardone University. Why is SLS better than Lincoln Heritage? I don't think we're better. I don't think they're better. I think that everybody can be successful in a system. I don't think that one company being better than another. I think that's a mindset of. I think that if I thought that, I think that's a shortage mentality. Saying you can't be successful there. You can only be successful if you sell with us, right? There are people at Lincoln Heritage that make more money than people at SLS. There are people at SLS that make more money. Like the top guy at SLS, Rory, he guarantee you he makes more money than anyone at Lincoln Heritage. There's no way he doesn't. It's impossible. There's no way he doesn't make more money than anybody at Lincoln. He probably makes more money than the top 3 people at Lincoln combined. Right now, I could be wrong on that, but he's been selling life insurance for 50 years. You know what I mean? And so it's like But if those guys at Lincoln did that same time, would they make more? Probably could be. So anybody can be successful in any system. Lincoln Heritage is a great system. They're one product. They're a good company. They wouldn't make so much money if they weren't a good company. And we wouldn't do well if we weren't a good company. So you can be successful either way. So Lincoln Heritage, they have a system like ours where leads are provided. And I don't know. I think they're both good companies. You'd have to make that decision for yourself and see what the pros and cons are for you and what you're looking for, or what you're looking to get out of it. How does pay work? Pay is weekly. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. I know. I don't even drink anymore, but yeah. Oh, Blake. Thanks for the text. Cool. Okay, it might be a dumb question. The only dumb question is a question you ask twice. It's a question that gets asked twice. You think people will always buy final expense insurance from a person? Yeah, 100%. I can't see AI taking over final expense. I can see AI taking over like Medicare and health insurance and car insurance and all that stuff. Because, I don't sell Medicare, so I'm sure the Medicare people are going to come out and say, no, that's impossible. And I don't know enough about it really to even make that decision. But it's a transaction from it's not transactional. I just sent you the video to watch there, Blake. If anybody wants information on working with us here, you can just send me a message. There we go, to that. So I think people always buy final expense from a person because it's an emotional sale. That's what I think anyway. And in the future, there may be robots that read emotions, but the human brain is more complex than anything that's been made right now. So we made it, right? We made a sale on Wednesday, but you haven't got paid. Yeah, so you get paid on Friday. So if anybody's here, everything they sell from Monday to Sunday get paid the following Friday. So that's why you haven't got paid on that deal. If you made a sale on Wednesday, you're going to get paid this coming Friday. Once we make sure it's approved and issued, and meaning it's been approved and everything lines up, it's got the right bank account information, stuff like that. They buy guaranteed issue directly from AIG Direct. Yeah, they could do that. They could buy guaranteed issue directly from AIG. Yeah, final. Yeah, so there are people who do that. But a lot of people buying guaranteed, I don't know, but a lot of people know that they can qualify for something better than guaranteed issue. So, but it's easy, right? So, yeah. To get GI. All right, any other questions? I'm going to be signing off here in a couple minutes, guys. I got time for a couple other questions. Renee, it looks like you got the best comment. So, it looks like you got the top compliment here. So what I want you to do is text me your Zelle info. So that's my cell phone. Renee Mendoza, text me your Zelle or your Zelle info or Cash App or Venmo if you don't have those. Why do some agents fail and leave? 90% of the time when an agent fails, it's because a underestimation of the amount of effort that it would take to be successful doing this over whatever period of time. A lot of times it's sacrificing the short term for the long term, and that's with anything. So yes, you can go do something that'll pay you real quick. Yes, you can go get a job doing something for tomorrow's check. But when you're chasing long money, you can't be afraid to take sacrifices. No one has it easy. People give up before they're about to succeed. Typically what happens for a new agent. They quit right before they're about to hit their break. And I think people don't believe in themselves a lot of times. They're like, oh, I can't do this. Oh, I'm no good. I'm not good enough for this. But you are. Everybody here is good enough for it. You just have to do it for a long enough time, be consistent with it to where you get good and develop the confidence to know that you can be successful. Like If you can put 50 to 60 hours a week in for 90 days, there's no way you're going to get out of this. You're going to end that 90 days and not do well. That's it. You may struggle here and there starting out, but after that 90 days, you're gonna be rocking. How many dials a day is recommended? We recommend call 200 people. I go live every Sunday at 7 p.m. typically. Yeah. Is there any phone service you recommend to make calls from local area codes? Yeah, VanillaSoft, I think is one. VanillaSoft is not. I think is one that we use for local area codes. You may have to pay for them now, because the laws are getting stricter and stricter every year about the local area codes. But all right, Renee, appreciate that. I got you here, and guys, I appreciate your time tonight. I'm going to end this live stream. See you next Sunday at 7 p.m.